Hi, welcome to number 15 of your exercise classes. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up, so you just need a little bit of space around you. We're going to just move around on our feet for a little bit, have something nearby if you need to hold on to something. Okay, we're going to start just with some reaching to the floor and then up to the ceiling. And really think about how low you go, bend those knees and try and keep your head and chest up. So we're going to do about a minute of this. Really bend from your legs. Really big stretch up through those arms. Don't need to go at the same speed. Go as fast or as slow as you like. If you're feeling a bit unsteady, have a chair or something behind you so that if you need to sit down you can. Do a few more. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go into some marching, you should be familiar with. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Just a nice easy marching. Just bring those knees up a little bit higher when you've got into a rhythm. And try and swing those arms as high as you can. Again, have something to hold on to if you're feeling a bit unsteady. When you're swinging those arms, make sure you swing them behind you as well. So you're not stopping there. As you can. And then we're just going to pick up the speed a bit. And those who want to break into a bit more of a jog, break into a bit more of a jog. If you want to just go as fast as you can, go as fast as you can safely. And then back, just a nice, easy march. Really work on those arms swinging. You can bring them up nice and high. If you want to make that a bit harder, have some weights in your hands. Nice and quickly again. So really pump and swing those arms and legs. If you want to work into a jog, you work into a jog. If you just want to go nice and quickly, try and keep yourself on time. And just back to a nice easy march. What we're going to do is, we used to use some battle ropes in our classes, so you're going to get yourself into a nice sort of squat position like that. You can have some weights in your hands or some water bottles or whatever it is, and you're going to practice up and down. So some of you remember those ropes from the classes, some of you might not, but adding a weight to those arms and less of a small movement or big. Keep your knees bent and your chest up. And you can make them smaller and quicker for a little bit, and then faster, larger. And then smaller and quicker again. Faster and larger. A couple more, quicker again, and larger, and one more, quick as you can. Get those arms moving as quick as you can, and then back to larger movements. Okay, and just have a stand up, just do a little bit more marching to finish off. Just give those arms and legs a nice easy swing. 30 seconds or so. And that is your warm-up. Well done. First exercise, if you've got an exercise band or one of these that's already a loop, they're really useful. It's worth getting hold of them because they're quite useful. A lot of the exercises we're going to do today are to do with exercise bands and resistance. For some of them you can use weights, but for this one you really need a band. If you've got just a length of resistance band, just tie a knot in the middle. It needs to be about that. And what you're going to do is just pop it around the outside of each foot, like that. And then we're going to do 2 minutes of a bit of side stepping. So we're going to go one way, step, bring it 2, step, bring it back, like that. So you stretch the band. You can keep your knees and hips a little bit bent. Okay. And you should feel that around your hips. Try and keep the band up above the arch of your foot. It does grip a bit better in trainers rather than bare feet. Have something nearby to hold on to if you need to. When you're putting the band around your feet, maybe sit down to do it if you need to. Try and step along a line sideways rather than in any direction. And then when you're feeling really like you've got into the rhythm of it, you can add in arms if you want. So on the out, out, in. So it's just adding a bit of resistance to some of the side steps we were doing before. Instead of having a band in our hands, we've got a band by our feet. When you're moving those arms, make sure they're nice and snappy. You need to adjust the band, just adjust the band a little bit. Nice and wide. Go as wide as you feel you can. I think you can pick these bands up off Amazon. You just type in exercise bands. Good. A few more. One more. Good. That's 2 minutes. Well done. And keeping on with the exercise band theme today, you can use a chair or not use a chair for this one, it's up to you. We'll just use a chair to give you an idea. So you can pop the band this time around your knees, like that. And what we're going to practice doing is some squats, okay? So I'll stand up. In that position you can use the chair as a bit of a reference point, just if you need to. Okay, feet about shoulder width apart. You're going to keep that band pushed out on the way down. So you're going to bend, keep that band pushed out, and come back up again. Keep your chest straight, okay? And we're going to do this for a couple of minutes again. And when you're ready, off you go. Nice and low, bend, keep those knees pushed out. If you can, try and touch the chair below. Come back up again. Push those knees out. It's just adding a bit more resistance. Again, you'll feel this in your hips. It's quite hard to work out with your hips today. Keep your weight forward through your feet. Try not to lean backwards. So really think about what your feet are doing. When you're sat down, try not to rest on the chair. Try and come straight back up when you hit the chair. Try and keep those feet in a nice straight line. And try and keep your chest up. So as you come down, try not to just bend your knees. Try and sort of stick your bottom out as if you're going to sit down. You might find that you're feeling like your knees want to come in. Try and avoid that. So less of that, or really push them out. They don't need to go. They don't need to go right out there. You just need to come so that your knees are in line with your toes. So there should be, if you've tied your band together, there should be enough tension on it that in this position, with your knees over your toes, you feel like it's going to pull you feel like it's pulling your knees in. Okay, keep your head and chest up, back straight. Try not to let those heels turn in either direction. Try and keep them nice and straight. Do as many as you can in that time. If you need a rest, have a rest. That's what the chair's there for. If you can, again, think about coming all the way down and straight up again. 2 more. 1, 2. And that's your 2 minutes. Okay, on to your next exercise. For this you need like a wall, so just a space that you can lean against really. And we're going to do just some sort of ski sits. So we're going to aim for sort of between 10 and 20 seconds for each of them to start with. You want to get your back against the wall, feet forward, sort of work yourself down into that position there. Okay? You're going to keep your back nice and straight against the wall, feet on the floor. And you're going to try and hold that. You should start to feel this in your thighs. Okay? Use your hands against the wall if you want, and put your hands on your thighs. You're going to aim for sort of between 10 and 20 seconds. Try and hold that posture to feel your legs tensing up. And then when you've done sort of 10 or 20 seconds, you can come forward, just have a little breather, and go again, okay? So 2 minutes have started from now. I'm going to come back, reach back for the wall, make sure you're there. Sit down as close to sort of 90 degrees as you can get. Back straight against the wall, shoulders back if you can. Further back your back is, the harder that is. So if you come forward, it's a bit easier. Try and keep your back straight. Hold that for about a count of 10. When you've done that, come back up again. Give your legs a little shake out if you need. It's quite difficult. And then we're going to repeat that. Aim for sort of 4 or 5 times over a couple of minutes. So reach back for the wall. Slide yourself down the wall as far as you feel you can. And then hold that. Hold those knees in that position. Shoulders back, chest up. And hold that for anywhere between 10 and sort of 30 seconds. Okay? Keep it there. Come away. First leg's a little rest. And then repeat. If you can hold it for 2 minutes, you're doing really well. You're better than I am if you can hold it for 2 minutes. Hold that again. Go a bit lower if you can. The lower you go, the harder it is. Keep your back and chest straight. And then come away again. You might find you need a bit longer rest in between the exercises. If you haven't got a wall, what you can do is sort of hover over a chair in that position. Try and keep your back as straight as possible. It's a bit harder doing it that way. It's better if you can find a wall to lean back against. As low as you can. We'll make this the last one. Shoulders back, chest up. Come forward. So 2 minutes, well done. For the next one, we're going to do a little bit of a focus on your arms as well. Okay, so you need either an exercise band or one of these. You can use like maybe cans or filled water bottles if you don't have anything else to hand. You're going to hold either the weights or this in your hand. Okay, like a resistance band. And you're going to stretch out and pull it to there. Okay, so you go in and out. Depending on the resistance of the band, you might want to hold it closer or not as close. Okay, so out to there and back in, like that. We're going to go for 2 minutes, okay? So 2 minutes starts from now, so arms nice and straight, out nice and wide, pull it in, pull it right back, stand up nice and tall, like that. Make sure you're back in. It's a big squeeze through your shoulder blades, squeeze those shoulders back, push that chest forward in that position. You should feel this sort of in your back, really, between your shoulder blades. That's where you want to be squeezing. Again, making sure your elbows stay straight, so none of this. Okay, make sure that it's all coming from your shoulders across your chest. Make sure you try and keep your back nice and straight and your head up. Try and go nice and smoothly and slowly. Elbows nice and straight. Squeeze back. You can get different resistances of these bands, so it just depends on the resistance as to how easy you find it. If you haven't got any of those to hand, maybe think more about your PD principles. Think about moving those movements in a nice, quick, powerful way. Squeeze. As I say, you can get exercise bands or these sorts of things off Amazon. They're not too expensive. Big squeeze, you should again feel this at the back of your shoulders, shoulder blades. Big squeeze those shoulders back. Good. You need to give those arms a little rest. And one more, and that's your 2 minutes. Well done. Okay, we're going to move on and just we're going to keep your arms a little bit. So I've just changed my bands, but use whatever you've got at the moment. So you can stand on this with 1 or 2 feet in that position. Hold on to the ends, okay, or hold your weights in your hands. You're going to lift out and back in again. Okay, I'm going to do that for a couple of minutes from now. So arms out nice and straight, chest up. Out and in again. If you want to make that more difficult for both your balance and everything else, you can bring your feet closer together. Like that. And if that's still a bit easy, what you can do is take one foot off, be in this position, forward over that leg. Like that. That just makes it a bit more challenging on your balance, but still gives you a bit of resistance. Okay? But most people can sort of come into that position. Lift them out. You don't need to go all the way above your head, you just need to go up to about sort of 90 degrees. Try and keep your shoulders back, try not to be here, lifting out there. Try and lift them directly to your side so you almost can't see them in your peripheral vision. Make sure you're just holding that one on. So you can wrap it around your hand, just make sure you're holding onto that quite tightly so they don't ping away. So if you haven't got any of these, then just use some weights, that's fine. You can use something a bit heavier. If you don't want to use weights, you can just practice. You can practice these without, and maybe add in some of those balance elements we talked about. So coming into this position here, lifting. That will challenge your balance. The larger step you take, the harder that is. And when you're doing that, you want to lean forward over that front foot. A few more. Try and keep your chest up. Two more. 1, 2. Excellent, that's 2 minutes. Well done. With the exercise band and keeping with sort of resistance work today, we're going to loop it around either a door handle or something like that. Make sure that the door that you're looping around doesn't open inwards, because it will just open when you put on it. Make sure it opens the other way. Step back so you've got a bit of tension on the band. Again, you can do this with weights. You just have to recreate the movement with weights. Up nice and straight, bend your knees a little bit. And you're going to start with your arms out straight with a bit of tension on the band. and you're going to pull towards you, squeeze those shoulders back, stand up tall, and repeat in that position. Okay, for 2 minutes. Your 2 minutes starts from now. Again, there's lots of different ways that you can make that a bit harder, so you can bring your feet together. That's not, and that works on your balance a bit more. You can work into step standing, and you can even work stepping your foot back at the same time as pulling back. So again, thinking about working across your body, multitasking. Make sure you really straighten those elbows in between. You don't want to do the stepping, so you can just go back to standing still. Okay, so if you want to just do it standing still, make sure there's some tension already on the band, don't creep forward. Okay, so you're pulling in that position there. Elbows straight, pulling back. Again, if you want to do stepping, start from further away a little bit. Okay, and then step back, forward, back, forward. Okay, alternate legs. Decide which one's the most challenging for you and repeat that one. If you want to get really complicated, you can step forward and pull, which just switches things up in your brain a little bit, makes you work a bit harder and really think about it. So you're having to do different things with your arms and your legs. As I said, you can go backwards, arms straight in front of you as you do that. Good. Couple more. 1, 2. Lovely. That's 2 minutes. Well done. Keeping with the same things, looping the band around something. In that position, we're going to do a bit of rotation this time for your middle. Okay. So holding your arms out straight in that position, and I'm just holding the band with both hands. Okay, out nice and straight. It should be sort of shoulder level. It's a bit high this one, but it'll be okay. Again, start with some tension on the band, knees nice and bent. You're going to rotate back to the middle, just to the middle. So you're keeping that tension on the band and rotating. And we're going to do a minute in each direction. Okay, from now. So rotate, that's the middle. When you get used to where you're moving, you can make those movements a bit quicker, a bit more powerful, and keep your knees bent. You should eventually start to feel this in your middle. Again, you can add just hand weights to this if you don't have a band. Just hold the weight in your hand, but repeat the same sort of movement. The benefit of having the band is that you have to hold the tension on, so your muscles are working throughout the whole minute, rather than with the weight, although you've got to hold the weight up, you're not holding the tension in that direction. Again, if you make that more difficult, you can bring your feet together, and that challenges your balance a little bit more. Make sure you have a definite finish point. Make sure you keep your elbows nice and straight. Swap sides. So, see if we give that down my back to you. You're going to hold your arms out. Hold your arms out straight again. Same position. Elbows bent, and then you're going to twist in that position. Like that. Okay. I'm going to come back around and do the other side so you can still see me. For everyone else, if you swap sides, arms out nice and straight. Position. Bring those feet together. You need to. Okay, the progression from that is to bring your feet in that sort of position. Then you're in step standing, that's challenging your balance a bit more. So with any of these exercises, changing your foot position could just make it a bit more challenging. Okay? alternate legs with that. You might find one side is harder to rotate to than the other. Okay. That is your 2 minutes. Well done. Okay, and onto your cool down. So we're going to try and stretch out some of those muscles that we've been using, all in standing, so you don't use maybe need something to hold on to. Okay, we're going to start off with a little chest stretch. So we've done these before. Okay, you need a wall in an ideal world with a corner. So you're going to put your arm on the corner in that position, twist away, and hold that for about 20 seconds or so. And you can see that my shoulders are at a right angle, and you'll feel a stretch right across your chest. You sort of twist into that direction. And hold that for about 20 seconds. And then when you've done that, you can repeat the other side. If you can't find something with a corner, what you can do is put your hand flat on the wall and twist in that position. So I'll show you on the other side. Put your hand, wrist flat on the wall if you can get it, and then twist away. You might then feel a stretch down your whole arm. So try and keep your palm flat, elbow straight. Twist to feel it across your chest. Hold it for 20 seconds or so. Just repeat that on each side. Another one, so I'll show you the hand on the wall again. Elbow straight, twist through there. You can't get as far as me, don't worry, just get as far as you feel you can until you feel a stretch right across your chest. You might feel it down your forearm, into your fingers. That's good, you need to have a good stretch. Try and keep your shoulder, try not to be too low, try and keep it up. That sort of right angle, so up here rather than down here. You'll find it that targets your chest a little bit more. Swap sides, and one more on this side. And twist. Hold that for about 20 seconds or so. And when you've held that, we're going to move into our next one, which is going to be a standing hamstring stretch. So you're going to stand in this position, have a chair behind you if you need one. You're going to bend your knees, reach down towards your toes, and then hold down at your toes, squeeze your knees straight. So you're really working hard through those thighs. You should feel a stretch all down the back of your legs. Do this one nice and slowly because it can just make the blood sort of rush to your head a bit. And when you've held that for about 20 seconds, slowly stand yourself back up again. Just have a minute. If it's, sometimes this can play havoc with your blood pressure and you can feel a bit dizzy, so if you do, maybe just leave this one out. Okay, bend your knees again. So hold there and then squeeze those knees straight, keeping your hands on your toes or your ankles or wherever you've managed to get hold of. Slowly back up again. We'll do one more of those and we've got one more stretch to finish off with after that. Okay. So bend your knees slowly down. Squeeze them straight. And then slowly back up again. Okay, just give yourself a minute when you come back up again. And then we're going to do the last one, which again you need a wall for. So stand with your back to the wall, probably needs to be a bit higher. And what you're going to do is just come sort of a foot away. And you're just going to stretch up and reach backwards to try and touch the wall behind you. And hold that big push up through those arms, really reach behind you. Come back again. You don't need to hold that for as long as 20. Just going to keep reaching back. Big stretch, try and tap the wall. Maybe hold that for a count of 5. And then back again. So just really working on straightening up through that chest. Lifting up, try not to let your knees sag too much, try and keep them straight, so you sort of bend from your back. Big stretch, and back down again. And so big reach up, try and get those elbows as straight as you can, and then lean back. Try and touch the wall. Try and keep your
head back if you can, so it's not dropping. Back down. We'll just do a couple more. So big stretch up as high as you go. Elbows nice and straight, and then lean back. Try and tap the wall behind you. You should feel a big stretch through your chest and through your upper back. Back down. And one more, just to really finish off. Big stretch up. Lean back as far as you can. Hold that. And slowly down. Well done, that is your week 15 done. See you next week.